Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. I hope you're having a wonderful and creative day. And today I put together this huge multi-pocket card that was so unbelievably simple that I thought I'd come and show you how I did it. I think I'm going to do the Junk Journal 3 Under 30 challenge that's hosted by Margaret Seven Plaza, because I probably could do more than 3, but this is definitely 3 you could do in under 30 minutes without a doubt. It's probably going to be 3 you can do under 10 minutes. But so this is the first one. Strips of paper. I have sewn it, not necessary. I just thought it added a fun texture to it. Threw a couple washi stickers on there, and we're going to call it done. And what it has is just a whole multitude of pockets. Let me get a couple of cards here from the last video. Love these. Hope you saw the Chat GP Thursday. All right, so let's start from the top. So the first one I have is a nice deep long pocket that goes in there. The second one is a shorter pocket, and the third one goes all the way to the bottom, and the fourth one goes all the way to the bottom. So in essence, this last one is a short pocket, this one is a shorter pocket, and these two are longer pockets. And then depending on how you want to put it on to a page, of course I have, if you want to put it on a page and glue the 3 sides, you could make it an absolutely another tall pocket in the back of that, or you could do it 2 from the side and do a side tuck or a tuck, and be able to do that and have a 6 pockets. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 5 pockets. Sorry, there's 4 in this card, and then the 5th pocket could be how you put it on there. So let me show you how I did this. Couldn't be simpler. Let's go. All right, get my beautiful cards out of the way. All right, so what I've gathered is I started this on a 4.5 by 6.5 card. I've got a ton of these cards in just random colors, and it didn't matter what color I used because it all got covered. I put the white in the back. This one I think is a blue. Yeah, it's a blue for that. So again, it is 4.5 by 6.5, but if you got 12 by 12s that you want to cut down to 6 by 4, by all means that would work. You could do skinnier ones if you want, but the pockets are skinnier. I thought this was great just to fill up a whole page, especially if you got like a white page in a journal and you want to fill it up. This would be so easy to do. So what I've done is I've grabbed these 4x6s, and then I grabbed a bunch of papers that were in my scrap pile. Now I did grab heavier ones so that the pockets were stronger for this. So these are all scraps, and I just tried to make them be not color coordinated, but have resemblances that they go together. This had orange and blue, orange. This had yellow and green, green. This had the purple and some corals that kind of match this. So, and then floral, floral, print, varied it kind of deal. But again, you could put whatever you want on there. All right, so the first thing I did for that is I just tried to lay out how I wanted it to go in order. So if we do that one and we do that one, this one would be pretty. And I think that one on top and that one in the middle. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we are going to start by attaching the top. Now, I don't want to waste this whole card on this, so I'm going to chop this one. The rest of them I am going to rip, but this one I'm going to chop to about 2 inches. So I have another piece for something else. So is this a scrap buster? Sort of, but I'm not probably getting rid of very many scraps, but I'm definitely getting rid of scraps. Okay, so we're going to put this onto here, and I'm going to put the glue onto here because I want to glue to the edge. And the reason I'm doing that, because if I put the glue on here to the edge sticks out. I could try to figure it out, but whoops, that would take too long. And I probably should have moved it all the way over so I had an actual piece to save, but no big deal. Okay, I just want to make sure that that was even across the top, and it is. Okay, so the next one I'm going for will be this one. Now, I'm going to rip the top edge here and show the white. Now, if you don't want to show the white, you'll have to rip it another way. If you want to ink it, you can. I just thought the white was a great divider between these. kind of cheerful. So I'm going to do the same with this. Now, ripping a paper, you go two ways. When you want the white to show, you rip this way. If I didn't want the white to show, I rip the other way. Kind of see how that doesn't show white, that does. So you kind of have to figure out which way you want. This paper goes up or down, so it doesn't really matter. If there was a print that went one direction, I want to make sure that's the top, we'll do that. So that is going to go there. Now for this second one, I am going to glue it just on the sides, not the bottom. And I don't know where this is going to go, but we're gonna assume it's about there. Okay, get that out of there. Okay, so the next one, again, we're going to want to rip the top, and actually the flowers go this way, so I'm going to rip it like this. There we go. So now I have a top edge. Now this one, the third one, I am going to glue the bottom so that this is a shorter pocket. Okay, and I'm going to glue it onto, yeah, there we go. Yep. All right, I'm going to just put some glue going across here. And voila. Okay, so the next one is this one, and I just chop that off there. And we'll get a white edge. This didn't really have a print going one direction or the other, so I'm okay. Just gonna move that. There we go. Okay, and this one we're just going to glue the sides. So it goes through. Just want to make sure you overlap the one above it. So, glued this whole thing down because there's no pocket there. Glued sides, sides and bottom, sides. So this last one is going to be sides and bottoms. Okay, and flower goes that way. Okay, we don't want to rip the bottom because I want it straight, but I do want the top ripped, and we're just going to make sure, yep, we're going to rip it the right direction. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so this one is going to be sides and bottom. All right, I think I'm going to move this over this way a little bit because I like those flowers, and it's going to end right about there. Okay. So basically right now, this is technically done. If you don't want to sew, for sure it's done. If you want to sew, you can take it to the sewing machine right now and go ahead, and that's how I did this one, is I didn't cut it. I took it to the sewing machine and I stitched around here, and then I went back and cut it. You can cut it and then stitch it. Either way it's going to work, but I just, for time wise, I'm going to just trim this, and we're just going to follow that base card we had in the back here. Okay, and the other side. Could probably use my slicing machine. It's pretty easy to cut along the card. Okay, get rid of my scraps, and voila, we have a beautiful card. Now, if we wanted to round the edges or anything like that, you could do that now. But again, this was for that. So we have This pocket up there, taller. This one's shorter. This one's a little bit taller, and this one is shorter. This pocket is not as tall as this one ended up being, and I remembered as I was doing it what I did differently. And I will show it on the next one, how to get this one to be for sure all the way to the bottom, where this one is just to where this is glued. Still taller, see that tall, versus this on here. Same bottom, but this would be a shorter card. This could be a taller card. Same with this, shorter card, taller card. Still very fun and very pretty. And again, like I said, we could round this to put it onto, put that onto a piece of paper. So pretty. I really like how that one came out. I like it. Okay, so let me show you how to get that back pocket just a bit bigger for this. Okay, so here is this. Let's figure out what we're gonna do here. I got some blues and browns with this. Okay, the only thing you just need to do is make sure it's long enough. And that one's for sure long enough. Blues and browns. This I had made into a pocket, but I was thinking this could be still cool for. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one on the top. Put this one on the top. I'm going to be able to save this piece for a small side tuck at some point if I want to use it. All right, so if you're on the top, blue, and all right, so the second one needs to be much longer to get the longer pocket. So we'll put that one second. And if we put this one third, and I think I'm going to put this one on the bottom, fourth, and fifth, or should we throw this? No, we'll do that one. Okay, so we're going to keep this to the side, so I know the order. Okay, so first one, once again, we are going to glue the top and the sides. And we'll throw a little glue on this to glue it all the way down. Okay, all right, so for the second one, if you want to have a longer pocket, this one needs to be taller. All right, so we're still gonna rip the top, but this one is a taller piece. And again, we are just gonna glue the sides and do about right there. Right there. Okay. All right, sides glued. Okay, so the third one is going to go there, and all right, we're going to rip the top. And it can be straight or as jagged as you want it to be. All right, so for the third one, we need to glue the sides and the bottom. And the way you make this pocket go all the way to the bottom is you make sure that this is on top of it. Putting it even is a perfect place to go. All right, so we're gonna do the sides, and I'm making sure I'm not doing this side. I'm making sure I'm doing the side in here, so when I cut it, it's actually gonna be attached. We do the side, and we'll throw some on the bottom here, and that is going to put this way more because I like those lines, and I know that it's past it, so we are good. And and it is glued to the bottom of this, not to this. Okay, next one is this one. Okay, now I know it's part of a map, but I like the blue. Probably the hardest thing on this is if you just want to rip a little piece off, to try to get a little piece to get off. It's almost easier if you can rip down the middle of it for it. Okay, and this one is back to just sides. Oops. Okay, just making sure it's past it enough so I get it glued. All right, just sides. And this one is going to the bottom and the sides. And all right, I'm gonna rip it right about there. So I'll be able to keep that for something, and that is now a pocket. All right, so we're gonna glue on this one, sides and bottom and sides. And center-ish. I know it kind of looks wackadoodle now, right? All jagged and all fun. Okay, so for this one, I am going to take it to the sewing machine and I am going to sew it, and then we will reveal the funness after we cut it. So I will be right back. All right, I am back and it is sewn. This one I did full sew around all 4 sides versus this one, which I didn't sew the top. I just did it for, I just thought that white looked better on the top of the decorative part. So you see it's still kind of wonky looking. I did sew it from the back, so I knew where it was. So now we're gonna go from wonky looking to fun. But nothing it can't handle. Again, could have used the chopper machine for it, but here we go. Cute, right? All right, so like I said, this top pocket, because I glued this one onto here, is now all the way to the bottom. This one is a shorter pocket, stops right there. This one goes all the way to the bottom, and this one goes to the bottom, but is shorter. So very, very versatile how to do it. I love it. And again, for sure, under 20 minutes, or even under, so under 30 minutes, I think it's under 20 minutes probably for these. And how easy would it be to throw just a couple stickers or labels or tidbits on here or something. I think we'll throw this on here. I'm gonna straighten it out a little bit. If you use colorful enough pages, I don't think it really needs to be too decorated. Like I said, a label or two, a sticker or two. I don't like to label or put too many things on pockets like this, because in and out of the pocket is going to go, you know, some stuff. But I think maybe a number would be great up there. Looking for something that looks kind of nautical almost. And I don't know. I'm not sure, but these kind of look kind of nautical. Longitude, latitude numbers, maybe. Put that up in the corner. Simple, right? All right, so we got this one, this one, that would be okay. Whoops. I do like that. All right, I'm gonna just nip the edges off of this and ink it. Even though this stuff, the rest of the stuff not inked, I think this will be, I think I like it down there. Here's, I think, a perfect ticket for that. It's got green and a bit of pink on it. And I'm going to put it up top here. Yeah, simple. All right, I think I'm just going to put a little number on this one. Just to, oh, and I also have that. Oh, I probably lost it. I had this tiny little strip of boo-boo tape from a couple projects ago sitting here. It was so tiny, but I'm pretty sure it looks like I lost it. All right, so just a tiny little number. Like that. Okay. Now I think that's good. I think I will find a little bit of, whoops. So there are greenish ones, and both kind of have greenish, so let's do that. Just to add a little bit more texture. There we go. All right, a little in the corner there. And there you are. I think I'm going to put you on the snippet. Okay, I love it. All right, even with sewing, it took well under 30 minutes to create 3 of these. So, the one that I did off camera, very fun, sewn. And then the 2 I did on camera. This one I did not sew, but I did round the edges, very pretty. Again, if you wanted to, you could ink the edges. If you wanted to get rid of the white side of the card, or not ink it. And then this one, which I did sew. And I like on this one, all I did was just nip off the corners a little bit, just to make it a little more weathered, less new looking. Very fun. Okay. JJ, 3 under 30. I love it. Worked out this time. Okay, well, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you like this video. If you do, thumbs up would be awesome. I'd love to hear any questions or comments you have. And I'd love to hear if you plan on making these. I think these are great. I could see a lot of these in the future, and being able to use up some pretty big scraps is a bonus. All right, that is going to be it for me today. I appreciate each and every one of you that has stopped by. And as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.